Hey friends, happy Friday. You know, I got to thinking today, I know so many amazing people and I had some burning questions this morning and I hope that you'll help me out. So when I was getting ready, see these things? Gray hairs? Yeah. I wished, before I got one gray hair, I wished that my hair would go with these streaks. Now that it's arrived, you know, it's not as all that it was cracked up to be, but I'm not complaining about it either. And as I was getting ready this morning, I was thinking, okay, you know, what would I tell my 20-year-old self if I could zoom back in time? And there's a few important things that I think that really would have helped her out. And the reason why I'm thinking about all of this is because with all this AI and tech and all these things that are coming out, I'm a little bit concerned about recycled information coming from a computer and it just stops the thinking process. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, there's cheat notes for some things, but it's wisdom that is what we're supposed to be passing down, right? And where's that coming from if it's all cheat notes, like if we don't have to think? So I was thinking today, if I had to give my younger self three things that would have really helped her out, what were they? And the first one was thoughts can create fear or they can create joy. And choose wisely, because when my thoughts were racing around creating fearful thoughts and worrying about this and nervous about that and oh my goodness, I was dealing with a ton of anxiety. And if I would have figured out like, hey, focus on the things that are good, I could have had a little bit more joy, and man, I could have saved myself decades. I learned a lot of lessons from the fear and I wouldn't change it if I could going back, but I mean, it's a valuable lesson that I learned, and it's something that I probably would have shared with her because I did not know that emotions could cause physical pain back then. The other thing that I would tell her is the two most valuable assets that you have are time and health. Respect both and don't squander either because you can't buy them back. And so with time, I mean, when you're young, you think that it's endless, right? And as time keeps on ticking, you realize, oops, there's things I want to do. And so sometimes I like to think ahead to my 100-year-old self if I ever get to meet her. And what advice would she give? I can tell you right now, the first thing that she'd say is, girl, you still got a whole bunch of brown hair. Don't worry about it. Love it while you got it. And so I take her advice as well. And that's important because if you can focus on what your future self will tell you, it's a lot gentler than your current self is. And so third thing I'd really want her to know is life is an adventure. It's not a race and it's not a job, and don't treat it like that because it's all about the memories and the fun times, and you get to meet amazing people and it's just enjoy it all, right? So I'm really curious. I know a lot of people that are amazing and that have a lot of gifts and are knowledgeable. If you could go back in time to your 20-year-old self, what would you tell yourself? I would absolutely love to know that. If you can post it below, that's how I want to spend my weekend reading it. Well, Sunday, I'm working tomorrow, but I would really love to hear it. Fair? See you soon and have a great weekend.